25 years and 288 days old. Coincidentally, that race was right here in Monte Carlo in 1958. The Grand Hotel hairpin is the slowest corner of the entire year and has had many names over the years depending on who owns the hotel overlooking the tight left-hand. An accident here can cause quite the traffic jam, so drivers need to be extra careful on lap 1. The race here at Monaco straight from the calendar required to exceed 305 kilometers. Monaco finds itself to be so different. And it was very slippery offside, and the race comes back later on. Monaco is one of the most prestigious races in the world, and forms one-third of the Triple Crown of motorsport, alongside the 24 Hours of Le Mans and the Indy 500. Pole position is, of course, incredibly valuable in Monaco. These fast, tight turns make overtaking much more of an international, daring science than anywhere else on the Formula 1 calendar. Having said that, so the race results in fast turns around the track. Charles Leclerc is a bona
Yeah, Jamie, I've just literally got back. I'm about to do Extreme 3 as well, so do you mind if I went to the toilet? Right. But not having comms, at least you've got a bloody stream. Right. I should catch up with her on this race, won't it? I think is as I'm Kenzak's at the time of a 111.0, but I think we'll be seeing a 109 here. I would have thought we did in Extreme 1, which I'd be surprised if we don't actually see one with the people in this lobby. There's also a beard boost final race in Extreme 2 as a full-time Extreme 2 driver who's moving up to Extreme 1 after Monaco. The path posts a 118.8, I think that must be a massive mistake there. Jamie Keats posts a 111.1. Beard boost posts a 110.2. And he is onto pole as it stands. Everyone else really is not even on. People that haven't set a time are still in the pits. Random has just come out of the pits, who's on that outlap. We have Path in the wall, so that is definitely any chance of him putting a lap in now. He's going to have to go into the pits and get around quickly. He went into the wall just after the tunnel on the chicane. And Bibbo's going to the pits, so is Jamie Keats staying out? I think he will be. I think he'll be going for another lap. I think Penko. Purple second sector from Penko in the racing points. Going to set a time of 110.4 into second place. And what do we have now? I think that is Wado on the out lap. Do we have anyone actually hot lap? I don't think we do. Maverick is the close one to start a hot lap. going to post a 110.5 and goes into 4th position. So as it stands, Beer Boost on pole with a 110.2. Second is Wado with a 110.3. Penko in 3rd with a 110.4. Maverick with a 1 in 5th, 4th with a 110.5. 5th is I Am Kenzak with 110.6. Jimmy Keats in 6th with a 111.1. 7th is Randoms with a 111.2. Mechanical Sack in 8th with a 111.6. And Path is yet to come out the pits with a 118.8. And Bossman is Lopez in 10th, about to set a lap. And he posts a 110.6 and goes into 5th position. I still reckon Caesar looks better in a pink car though. Should have put him in a racing. Doesn't look right with Caesar being in a Red Bull. So we are now on board with Jamie Keats on a hot lap. I think he's the only car that's on a hot lap. Meaningful one. I think Sack is just behind him. Also just starting their hot laps. They are needing to look for a low 110 to even consider being on pole. Jamie Keats is on pole with a 110.221, so he's got pole by 300ths of a second. But Path is about to set a lap. Oh, I just missed it. Path posts a 110.0. So he is now on pole. So we have, I think that's the standard lap of Beer Boost has just started his hot lap. Randoms is just over 2 tenths up on his time, but he will stay in 9th position as it stands, even with that time. He does stay in there, yes. So he posts a 110.7, but stays in 9th position. But we have a. It's just going on for a lap. So we have Penko on a hot lap. He's half a second up on his time. He could be on pole here. It could be under 110. Penko goes on pole with a 109.6. Jesus. Beer Boost is 1/10 up on his time as it stands. And he is about to post. Oh, he's 2 tenths over, so he is not going to improve. We have Maverick now. He needs to beat a 1010, and he does, but only by 1/10, so he will stay in 6th position. Randoms as invalidated. Mechanical Sack is coming to the final straight. He needs a low 110, and he does not improve. And I think Kenzak has just hit the wall in Sector 3. So it's only Penko and the Path. Penko's not on anything now, but Path is 2/10s up. Path is looking to go on the front row of the grid in 2nd. A bit wiggly out there though. And he doesn't, so we have our lineup. It is now Penko on pole, 2nd Jamie Keats, 3rd The Path, 4th Beard Boost, 5th Wado, 6th Maverick, 7th Lopez, 8th Kenzaks, 9th Randoms, and 10 is Mechanical Sack. That is our lineup for the start of Monaco in Extreme 2, Season 2, Race 6 at Monaco. We'll now have a 5-minute break, so the race should start at 9:05 UK time. And for any Americans and that lot, it's basically 5 minutes past the hour that you're on. So I think we had that. Did we have an 18 grid driver grid? Did we, Maverick? I presume.
I think we had 19.
I can't count that. Let me look. Oh, so there's only 18 on there. So unless someone's dropped out,
Not as good as I was hoping for. I went faster in the X1 race.
well, so far in Extreme 1 and 2, the starts haven't been a problem. So, well, there's been wings flying everywhere, but not as anywhere near as bad as what I thought there would be. So, I'm sure Extreme will make up for that. Extreme 2 will make up for that.
Right.
And I think the front 8 people are all about as quick as each other, so this will be very interesting. Because you've got a mix of Extreme 1 and 2 here. And in extreme, it normally does. I might have time to take some tablets a second. And just so people know, if you wanted to watch Extreme 3 race back, the first part is the qualifying and part 2 is the race.
So whenever you're
Yeah.
ready.
Yeah, about a minute ago. I just realised we put all that in the admin chat. Whoops.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, I did as well, don't worry, mate. We are ready whenever you are, so when you want to put it in that chat,
Okay,
any other
put it
chat.
in the chat.
Yeah, I'll do it in the chat if you want. It's easier then, isn't it?
Yeah, I got my gloves on, so.
Oh, you're all set, ain't you? Look at you.
Well, with this wheel with the felt on it, it's,
Yeah.
you almost have to wear gloves or you tear it up there. Alright, here we go.
Good luck, guys, and we are go. Right, and we are
There's a lot of cars in front of me.
about to go in about 20 seconds. Just so we remember, it's Monaco, so don't go nuts on the first corner. Or the first lap, we should actually say. Right. I didn't have not having lights then, so I have no idea what's going on here. Right. Well, Anderson is, I did catch that, some of that, but I don't actually know exactly. Whoa. I don't know where to look. My game, it shows dead cut last, but I have no blue circle, so interesting. But anyway, we were away anyway, so I had no lights, so I do apologise about saying not like the race is gone or anything. I had no lights, so and neither did you, so what the heck is going on? I have now got Dedka in first. I've got a funny feeling Dedka isn't actually in the race. Yeah, I think they left the session before the race started, but we have a car in the pits and it's low, it's in the pits. No, it has Dedka in the session, but Dedka isn't actually in the session at all. I don't think he's in the race either. Yeah, he went from last to first in like one corner. So like, wow, that's a good move. I mean, that's one of the things. So as it stands, actually a lot of position change though. Path's up 1, Jamie's down 1, MB Soccer's up 1, Worth of Smiles up 2, Lambon up 3, JP Fresh up 1, It's Low down 5, and Deadker, I don't think it's actually, well, he's not in session. Very simple as that. So, really, Penko had the fastest lap of the race, but that will soon. No, 1:13 though, that's actually quite low for this stage of the race. 1:13.6. There's lots of fights around, so let's go and have a whiz through and see what people are doing. Can't quite hold on, gets hit, so Wado holds on to 5th position. And that is probably one of the only places you can really pass around here, apart from the DRS straight, but that, even that isn't exactly the best. Ian Kenzak has passed, oh no, Random's in the, no, it's Ian Kenzak's in the pits. This thing is glitching out all over the place. Telling me people are in the pits and they're not in the pits. This is so easy. Oh, we have Maverick and Lopez now. With Wado, Maverick, Lopez and Randoms within about 2 seconds apart. So we have 3 cars within 1 second apart. It's welcome to Monaco. Time penalty for the path for track limits. There's a role reversal for you, Maverick, because you were getting held up by an Alpha last race. So yeah, outside the top 10, there's only actually got 2 cars starting on the mediums though. That was Jamie Keats. Ooh. Did well save that. Jamie Keats and Swifty Pickle are the only 2 team drivers inside the top 10 actually started on medium tyres. Everyone else actually started on soft tyres inside. We've got Joe Pelly and MB Soccer, Lambon, I am Kenzak, and It's Low has just been in the pits to put on mediums. They all started on mediums apart from It's Low. People on soft did JP Fresh, Anderson, Worth a Smile outside of the top 10, and inside the top 10 we have Sack, Randoms, Lopez, Maverick, Wado, Beard, Path and Penko all started on the soft tyres. Well, that's it, yeah. Wado in the pits from 6th position. He's now gonna be, I think so. Better say it's on stream, but I'm not too sure. But it is what it is. It's done now. You are 4 seconds, 4.6 seconds. Both on soft as well, so, and right, intervals. Jamie Keats in 3rd position is actually rapidly gaining on the path on soft tyres, so this is an interesting battle. It definitely looks like the mediums are not a lot slower than the soft tyres here. Worth his smile has just gone into pits in 12th. Now he's down in 13th position. So I think he will drop a few places here, so both Renaults will pass him. And maybe both Hasses and Mercedes as well. I think, yes, he has. He's going to be in last place as it stands. Joe Pelly with a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Jamie Keats can get all over the back of the path, but he just cannot get close enough to pass him. Beard Boost has gained just over half a second on Jamie Keats in 3rd and 4th position, so he'll start seeing a Mercedes behind him pretty shortly. Mechanical Sack and Swifty at the back here in the Williams and the McLaren. Mechanical Sack looks so good in the Williams. Got a funny thing, if we ever meet, I think I might get a smack. Jamie Keats is still trying to pass. Still trying to get him, but he just cannot get him. Jamie Keats and the path are now starting to pull away from Beard Boost. Beard Boost is in the pits. Beard Boost is in the pits. Wado with a 3-second time penalty. So Beard Boost now goes from 4th to 7th as it stands. He's probably going to lose 2 more places here. Oh, it may even be another 2 more after that as well. It is. So Beard Boost is going to come out in about 11th position on hard. So he'll be going to the end of the race now on hard tyres. We also have Anderson into the pits to go on to mediums, so he will probably need to, well, I think he will need to stop again for soft set at the last bit of the race, so he will now drop down to about 17th position. Sector 2, yellow flag. Oh, back marker, I think that is. Yes. Oh, we have Lopez in the pits as well as Mechanical Sack, so they will be dropping down the order to around about 11th and 12th position, I would have thought. Oh no, Mechanical Sack will actually come out about 13th place. A bit deep there in the chicane. Hairpin, not chicane, hairpin. Problem is, you're going to have the same problem as Jamie's going to have in a minute. Or is he going to get in this time? He has. Jamie Keats has finally passed Path. It's only taken 4 laps, but he's finally passed him. Just out of the tunnel down to the first chicane. I would try and name them, but I'm not French, so I can't really say it properly. I do apologise. And Beard Boost is just over the back. Penko has left the session, which is not going to help. Oh, loads of the pits pitting now. Penk. 5 seconds. So Joe Pilley's in the pits. Penko is in the pits as well. Maybe going to about 20 laps. Stands with, let's have a so yet to pit is Jimmy Keats, Maverick, Random, Swifty, MB Soccer and Lamborn are all yet to pit. Joe Pilley will be going to the end, I would have thought now on hard tyres. He's definitely going to go 27 laps quite comfortably. He's just staying out of danger. Beard-Up is in 6th position on hard tyres, so he is looking to take advantage of any mistakes. Brandoms is in the pits in 6th position, he's now into 8th as it stands, so he'll be dropping down to about 11th. Maybe? No, he just gets just out in front of Path, so Path has been undercut by about 4 cars, so that will... both of you paid the price for it. It's low. It's over the back of someone. Let me see if I can get him. I think I'm hearing Nick Lamborn has also lost connection, he cannot get back in, so that's not going to help. And Maverick is in the pits from 2nd position. He's probably going to end up coming... no, Swift hasn't pit yet. And I think Maverick is going to come out to about 8th on... no, it's going to be about 11th position. It's whether he gets that in front of his teammate, it's going to be close. Does, so Path and Maverick touching in the pit entrance has actually hurt the Path as much as hurt Maverick, so at least Maverick has now stuck behind. I think he's going to be stuck behind Randoms pretty fast in the next couple of minutes, and Lopez is and Wado fighting for 5th and 6th position. Sounds like it's actually JP that's lost connection. So JP Fresh is not in the session apparently. She's got Kenzak just in front of Randoms. And Penko, I don't think so. I think because only the front two need to pit. It is only the front 3 that need to pit, everyone else is pitted. Except for Glamble. you say that though, I mean there's like 20 seconds between 1st and 10th. We have Beard Booster's just gone into the pits, I believe. Someone's just gone into the pits. Who was that? I just missed it. No one else. Yeah, because he's not in the session. Or when someone's been booted out and I don't know if Penguin can get back in. Yeah, randoms, Derek. So Maverick is now into 9th position in front of randoms, and the path is now behind random in 11th position. Mechanical Slack is just 7 seconds back in 12th position. So really the fight is definitely between trying to get through past an AI, which is always fun. So as it stands, we are still waiting for Jimmy Keats, Swifty and MB Soccer to pit, and Kenzak is in the pits to get a brand new wing, I would have thought. Gone to soft tyres, so he's going to have to pit again, and worth a smile with a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting, so that is not going to help. So as it stands, we still have 3 drivers yet to pit, but as it stands, Jamie Keats in 1st, Swifty in 2nd, Beard Boost in 3rd, MB Soccer in 4th, Wado 5th, Lopez 6th, Penko 7th, Maverick 8th, Randoms 9th, Path 10th, Sack 11th, Joe Pelly 12th, Kenzak comes out in 13th position, it's Low in 14th, Anderson in 15th, Brother Small in 16th, Glamborn 17th, and JP Fresh in 18th position. Only one car though is actually on soft tyres, and that is Ian Kenzak. Definitely the fight is definitely 4th, 5th, 6th. All within 1 second of each other. Lopez 3-second time penalty. And Maverick has just passed Penko into 7th position. And what's happened up here? Because Wado has just dropped 2 places from 4th to 6th. I'm just trying to see, I think Wado's missing an end plate on the right end plate. I think he is definitely thinking, yes he is, he's missing a right end plate. Wado is missing an end plate in 6th position. Ooh! And MB Soccer is also missing a left end plate. They were fighting for the tunnel, so Wado now moves into 5th position. Back in front of MB Soccer. I mean, that's a brave move, trying to pass in the tunnel. Well, we have a yellow flag in sector 2. I am Kenzak is all over the back of Joe Pelly in 12th and 13th position, but he is also the only car on soft, and Joe Pelly is on hard tyres. And Joe Pelly is also missing a left end plate. Actually, no, he's not. Little tap there on the wall there from Ian Kenzak's. Maverick is all over the back of MB Soccer, and Soccer's got, yeah, he's got damage. So I know you have it too, but yours doesn't actually show you got damage, it shows you got both your end plates, so. Oh. Jamie Keats is in the pits. Jamie Keats is in the pits from first position. He's on hard tyres, so he's going to go to the end of the race. And so is MB Soccer. He's also gone into the pits, so that's probably why he let you past. And Glamborn has also gone into the pits, so Glamborn has gone onto soft, so he is going to have to stop again. MB Soccer's gone onto hard, so he'll be going to the end of the race. And it's low with a 3-second time penalty. We have a Renault in the wall, but who is it? I think it is Kenzak's. Or someone. No, it wasn't. Actually, it was a Haas, I think. I think it was a Haas. I think it might have been Glamborn getting blue flagged. And Lopez is only a 3 seconds down the road in 4th and 3rd, and he's all over the back of Beard Boost. Randoms with a 3-second time penalty. Itzler has just gone into the pits from 14th positions. Anderson goes up to 14th place in the Ferrari. They say he will have to, I would think, he would have to pit again, so safe to say, but worse as it stands, the real fight is for 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th, not quite 7th, 6th. So there is literally 5 seconds apart from Beard Boost, Lopez, Wado and Maverick. And Lopez seriously cannot get past Beard Boost, and Beard Boost on hard tyres. And Lopez is on the same age of tyre but on mediums, so the longer Lopez stays behind Beard Boost, the worse it's going to be. Especially when you consider that those mediums will need to stop again. Same as Wado will have to pit again as well, so it's looking very, very good for Jamie Keats in 2nd position on hard tyres. 3 seconds clear, and here we go into the end of the race. With Swifty Pickle yet to pit, Anderson with a 3-second time penalty. And as you can see, Swifty Pickle is still the only car yet to have pitted. So once he has pitted, he will drop down to about 10th position as it stands. Those mediums cannot have a lot more health on them. How about a virtual? We have a virtual safety car, and we have Wado in the pits, Randoms in the pits, Brother Smile in the pits, JP Fresh in the pits, and I think Brother Smile's also in the pits, so yes. I don't know actually what caused the virtual safety car because everyone's still running. Maverick 3-second time penalty, or multiple warnings. So that would have been the perfect time for the race leader, I would have thought, to go in the pits, and he has. The race leader is in the pits, so Swifty is doing his, I think it will be his last pit stop. I mean, I can't see him not going on to hard, so Swifty is now going to the end of the race, which means Jamie Keats is now into the lead, and he is 4.6 seconds clear. I am Kenzak has left the session. Right, so as it stands, I think if still the fight really is between Lopez, Bibus, Sector 3, Sector car with black, blue, and black markers, so. As everyone has done all their pit stops, let's do a quick run through. Make sure, yes, they have. This is the Wado post the fastest lap of the race, the 1:12.7, and Kenzak is actually out of the race, so that's we way left. I didn't actually see him retire, so I do apologise about that. And yes, Maverick, you are missing a right end plate. So as it stands, we have Jamie Keats in first, second is Beard Boost, right behind him is Lopez in third, but Lopez is missing both left end plate, I believe. Yes, he is. And let's just double check and see if Beard Boost is missing. No, Beard Boost's car is fine. Maverick is missing the right end plate, and he is 2.7 seconds behind in fourth. Swifty in 5th position, and he is 6.5 seconds behind. Penko in 6th position, with 6.7 seconds behind. Wado in 7th, 1.9 seconds behind. Path in 8th, and he's 6/10 behind, so it's just right behind him. Oh, it's 1 second. It's just outside DRS zone. Mechanical Sack in 9th, 6 seconds behind. 10th is Randoms, with 2/10 behind Mechanical Sack, so he has got DRS. Can he? Not quite, so Random stays in 10th position. And Bisocca in 11th, 11 seconds behind. Joe Pelli in 12th, 3 seconds behind. It's Low in 13th, 13 seconds behind. Anderson in 14th, 3 seconds behind. JP Fresh in 15th, 1 minute behind. Worth a Smile in 16th, have a 3 tenths behind. It's right behind JP Fresh now in 16th place. And Glamborn in 17th, 26 seconds behind. The fastest lap of the race so far is on Wado in 6th position with a 1:12.7. Outside of the top 10, we are looking at 1:14.2. Yes, a 1:14.2 by It's Low in 13th position. Technically only 10 seconds behind, so less than that. Yeah, 10 seconds behind. We have a yellow flag in sector 2. I believe that'll be back markers by look on that. Actually, yes it is, it's a back marker, it's a Haas. Randoms and JP Fresh were both with 3 second time penalties. The problem is if you pit now you will be going, oh Jesus. Oh, we have Beard Boost 3 second time penalty. So it may change a lot because Lopez is only 6 tenths behind. Maverick is within 3 seconds as well. 10 laps to go, and that's it. So, let's go and have a look at penalties then, because there's a few people with penalties. So, Jamie Keats has 1 warning, but no penalties. Beard Boost has just got his first penalty, and Lopez has 6 seconds of penalties. Maverick also has 6. Swifty Pickle has no penalties. Wado has 3 seconds. Swifty is 3.5 seconds behind. Penko, Penko has no penalties, but I don't even know if he's actually come back. The Path has 3 seconds worth of penalties. Random has 6 seconds worth of penalties. Mechanical Sack has no penalties. MB Soccer has no penalties. Joe Pelli has 1 penalty of 3 seconds. It's Low has 3 seconds of penalties. Anderson has 3 seconds of penalties. Rickard has 3 seconds of penalties. Glamborn has 9 seconds of penalties. And JP Fresh has 9 seconds of penalties. So actually it's actually been quite a clean race. I mean, There's a few incidences, but the penalty-wise, it has been pretty clean. I think the biggest one is actually 9 seconds, and it's not that bad, but we have got 8 laps to go. So, as we all know, anything can happen at Monaco. Randoms is all over the back of the path in 8th and 9th position. But does Path have damage, because he is definitely struggling. And Randoms is really all over the back of the Path, but Randoms is on fuel saving mode. Is Path? Path isn't, so he has got him, and Randoms goes into 8th position from 9th with Path. So Path is definitely struggling on those 21 lap old mediums. I think it's pretty safe to say he needs to pit for some fresh tyres, because he is definitely a lot slower than what we have seen him. Already a second behind after 4 corners, so he is definitely struggling. And Swifty is starting to gain quite quickly on Maverick in 4th and 5th position. We have 5 laps to go. Randoms is on a charge. He's all over back of Penko now into 8th and 7th position. Here comes Randoms on Penko. Randoms should have it. This is exactly the same place he passed Path to, and it is exactly the same move. Brandon's now into 7th position, but I don't think he's going to have any chance of getting any higher. 20 seconds behind 6th position in Wado. So I think he'll just need to get the gap. He's just gone into the pits to attempt, I would have thought, for the fast lap outside of the top 10, which is still it is still a 1:14.2, so you'll be needing. Oh, there's been contact between Swifty and Wado, and Itzlow has been disqualified for parking in a dangerous location. So Itzlow is out. So that is the fast lap gone for him. And a 7.5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, so the fast lap outside of the top 10 as it stands is with Rickard, worth a smile, with a 1:14.5 in the 14th position. And the fast lap in the race is still Wado with a 1:12.7. We're getting to the final stage of the race, and Jamie Keats has been controlling this race for the last 17 or so laps. To be honest, I think he had it sealed when everybody went in the pits early, and he has just been able to bring it home. are in the final lap of the race. Lambon 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. We are coming to the final right-hander for the final time for Jamie Keats, and he wins the Season 2 Race 6 Monaco for Extreme 2 Racing League. And to be honest, was a very comfortable win for him. Beer Boost, I will think he comes second, because I think him and Lopez both have penalties, but I think Lopez has more. So Beard Boost second, and Wado gets second because Lopez has a penalty. So Wado comes into second, Swifty goes into fourth, Lopez into sixth, Maverick Lopez in fifth, Maverick sixth, Random is coming home in low fuel mode, so he will get there at some point if he can make it, and he does, goes into sixth position. Penko, I have no idea if Penko is actually in this session or not. Penko gets 8th, Path in 9th, Mechanical Sack is just coming to the line now in 10th position. MB Soccer is just coming as well in 11th. Joe Pelly comes to the final corner in 12th. Anderson in 13th. 14th is Worth a Smile. I'll get the fast lap of the race. I know Wado had the fast lap of the race. I'm just not too sure who had the fastest lap elsewhere. Let's get through that a minute because we want to catch this table. So what we had Anderson, Worth a Smile in 14th, 15th was Glamborn, 16th was JP Fresh. The fastest lap outside of the top 10, I believe, was XR Anderson in 13th position with a 1:13.9 is the fast lap outside of the top 10. And inside of the top 10 would be Wado with a 1:12.7. So congratulations to Jamie Keats, Beer Boost and Wado for podium finishes, and that is Extreme 2 and Monaco. We look forward to watching and you guys being here for Canada next week, and that is from everybody from Extreme Leagues. This is our Extreme weekend over, so have a good and wonderful weekend, and thank you for joining us.